Ask your neighbor, say, what are you thinking about your life, about your destiny? Are you aware there's a way Satan will take hold of your heart? You'll be thinking of suicide. Are you aware? There's a way Satan will so puncture your heart that you no longer see anything good about yourself. It makes you see everything in the wrong side. It's of what use is life? After all, he walked out of my life. Satan will never let you see or hear the message by Papa that says if first kings go, there's a second kings. It just makes you feel like you have lost everything. And the next thing, it begins to give you a suggestion in line with his ability. What is his ability? John 10:10. The thief cometh to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Satan can't advise you outside his jurisdiction. So every time Satan counsels you, he counsels you in line with his jurisdiction. That's why be careful of Satan's counsel. Am I speaking here? When you meet someone who is not a Christian, he can't counsel you outside scriptures. Am I speaking here? That's why you hear him tell you, you have what it takes not to suffer. Why are you suffering? Oh, some of you know what I just said. That's when they begin to tell you that that weapon has no measurement. You have just met a demonic counselor. But when you meet someone, they will tell you, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. When you meet a godly person, they will begin to counsel you and say, follow them who through faith and patience obtain the promise. You have need of patience, that when you have done the will of the Father, you will take delivery of the promise. Can I say this? Since I was born, now I'm getting older, I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his children beg bread. Listen, nobody serves God in vain. Nobody. No matter what man does, if your service is genuine, there's a payday. There's a payday. So every one of you, be focused, have the right heart. Hear what the 3 Hebrew men said. Even if he will not deliver us, we'd rather die in the fire than to bow to your God. It's a state of mind. It's a state of mind. There's something do you know a lady, a married woman, walked to another person in one of his abroad, and said to him, the woman said to the young man, he said, marry me. She didn't garnish, she just met the young man and said, marry me, marry me. Let's be married like we are not married. This life, This life. When the Bible says in the last day, iniquity shall abide, and the love of many shall wax cold. We are in the last days. We're in the last days. Satan is not afraid anymore. This is the generation that is worse than Sodom. In fact, if angels were available, they would not finish work for their body. This generation. The only thing that is keeping us in this generation is the blood, grace. Because there's a blood of atonement that has been shared. That's the difference between this generation and the Sodom generation. But there's one thing I know, no generation dear God and remain. And this generation is beginning to dear God. How can God make Adam and Eve and you want to turn them to Adam and Steve?